animals in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa onye na-efe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọbụla na ya ka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezu oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbagba ebe niile dị iche iche onye m na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke niile etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Hello, good people. Hello, wonderful people. Thank you very much for joining us on Radio Biafra this morning. My name is Sochima, Mbanali, and I welcome you to Sunrise on Radio Biafra London. I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are joining us from, depending on your time zone. Today is Saturday, the 18th day of May, 2024, and the time now is 6 minutes past the hour of 5 in the holy and blessed land of Biafra. This is a beautiful day that the Lord Ezechukwu Okikabiyama has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, despite the situations that we have found ourselves, despite all the errors that we have found in our society. We will find time to rejoice and be glad so that we can make a positive movement, so that we can better ourselves, so that we can better our society. And I must tell you, it is a pleasure to be here with you every morning from 5 to 7 a.m. Biafra time. Our religion is Biafra, and here on Radio Biafra is where we worship. Here is where we conscientize ourselves. Here is where we motivate ourselves. You can join us on FM radio at 102.1 FM. If you are anywhere in Biafra land, 102.1 FM. We are also streaming live on various platforms such as on satellite, such as on our apps, Radio Biafra and IPOB community radio apps. These are apps that you can download easily from your app store. Very, very easy and very cost effective. Low data usage. We are also streaming live on our websites such as ipob.org and radiobiafra.co. You can read news concerning the Biafra restoration and our march to freedom. You can read news there and you can listen to Radio Biafra from this website. We are also streaming live on Facebook. We have Facebook, various Facebook accounts such as Radio Biafra on Facebook and Sunrise on Radio Biafra. We are streaming on this Facebook account. We are also streaming live on YouTube as we speak. We are streaming live on YouTube, Sunrise on Radio Biafra on YouTube. And this broadcast will be rebroadcasted on IPOB Rapture Media, IPOB Rapture Media, on various platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. Just go to IPOB Rapture Media and you will be able to listen to us. So there is absolutely no reason why you cannot be part of this. There is absolutely no reason why you cannot invite your friends, invite your well-wishers to be part of this wonderful march to freedom. There is absolutely no reason why you cannot be part of this wonderful march to freedom. Now, you must understand this morning that freedom is not something that comes easily. Freedom is not something that comes without cost. If you check throughout history, you'll find out that wars has been fought. You'll find out that victories have been achieved. And these wars and victories are fought and achieved in order to secure and protect the freedom of individuals, freedom of nations, freedom of individuals, like when people talk about freedom of speech, when people talk about freedom of association, when people talk about all different type of individual freedoms. But most importantly, freedom of nations. You cannot be free until your nation is free. It is your nation that will afford you the type of freedom that you desire. Now, the cost of these wars, of course, are always immense. The loss of life is a very regrettable situation. So the cost of wars, the cost of freedom has always been immense, both in terms of human lives, both in terms of financial resources. And this May, we will be celebrating those who made the ultimate sacrifice, those who sacrificed their lives for us to be alive today, those who fought in order to preserve our life. This month of May is the month when we remember people like that. This is the month when we call on our saints and we thank them for all that they have done for us. Wonderful people. They have done so much for us, and without them, we would not be here. I'm talking about Biafran heroes such as today I want to remember someone like Dick Tiger. Dick Tiger, as we all know, is a renowned boxer. His name is Richard Inhetu, known as Dick Tiger. This man returned his Commander of British Empire Award, CBE, Commander of British Empire Award. He returned it to Queen Elizabeth II as his way of saying enough of the killing of my people, enough of your actions against my people, against the United Kingdom's involvement in the Nigeria genocidal war against Biafrans. This man is a saint. This man is one of those who will remember this month of May. Therefore, today I remember him in a very, very special way. Dick Tiger, Richard Inhetu, a world-renowned boxer who left all his accolades and even recruited into the Biafran army to serve his people, to serve his motherland, to serve his nation. And this day we remember him. We remember people like him, a lot of them that I cannot mention, but this day I want to remember him specially, in a very, very special way. I remember him. This is a saint. This man is a saint. He paid the ultimate price. He sacrificed his life for you and for me. And today, people are also sacrificing financially. People are also sacrificing with their lives. People are sacrificing with a lot of things. And this is the cost of freedom. So that when you have freedom, you value it. You understand that people pay the price for you to advance, for you to develop. Now, war have been waged on various fronts on us. We have experienced war on various fronts, ranging from conflicts over land and resources, as we are experiencing right now, to ideological struggles for power and for control. I must remind you that each war has its unique context and objectives. In our own, we are fighting to liberate ourselves from the shackles of slavery, from the shackles of dehumanization. We have been dehumanized enough. We have been rendered as a second class or third class citizen, the worst you can ever find in any society. That is where we have been placed at. And today we have come to say enough is enough. Today we have come to say we are humans and we cannot live like animals. The ultimate goal of this struggle is to safeguard the freedom of our people, for us to live as we choose, for us to live as we decide. And this is why Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the DSS dungeon as we speak, making his own sacrifice, making his own contribution towards our freedom, towards our children's freedom, towards our future. And we have paid dearly. We have lost lives, we have lost properties, we have experienced destructions, we have experienced sadness, we have experienced illness as a result of this. Millions of our people have been displaced. We have people living in different areas, different countries, different places because of this. Families have been torn apart. Communities have been shattered. Economies have been disrupted. Today we are fighting to have a say in our economy. Today we are fighting to be able to build our nation to the taste that we want. The physical and emotional toll that it has taken on individuals and communities, it is something that you cannot really, it is immeasurable. But this is the cost of freedom. This is the cost that we have to pay for freedom, because freedom is something that nobody can say, oh, the cost is too much. No. Despite this cost, it is important that we understand that in whichever way that our enemies have stood up to say, listen, without this payment, without this, you cannot be free, then it is on us to say enough is enough. For us to uphold and defend our freedom, we must rise up and say enough is enough. You see, in Nigeria, what you have is an oppressive regime. A regime of oppression. A regime that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood up and said enough is enough, the people are demanding for a referendum, the Nigeria government kidnapped him. The Nigeria government took their oppressive tendencies to the international space and they abducted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. They abducted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. What crime did this man commit? No crime at all. And this is why IPOB stands for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime known to law. The Nigeria government must obey the rulings of its own courts. The courts that declared that the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his continued incarceration is illegal and a crime against humanity. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya on June 19, 2021. He was tortured in Kenya for 8 days and then extraordinarily renditioned into Nigeria, where he has been in solitary confinement at the DSS facility in Abuja, the SSS facility in Abuja. Now, on the 20th of July 2022, the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention declared that the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a violation of international human rights conventions. The United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention called for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, despite all these pronouncements from the Nigeria courts, different courts in Nigeria, from the United Nations, from different international institutions, the Nigeria government has continued to blatantly ignore them, These calls have failed on deaf ears. Instead of the Nigeria government to acknowledge their wrongdoing, they have pursued every effort to inflict severe physical and psychological torture on the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, you may recall that on the 14th day of September 2017, this Nigeria government tried to assassinate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Despite Mazen Nnamdi Kanu being due to appear in Nigeria court to defend himself, the Nigeria government did not want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to appear in their court because they understand that they have no case against him. On the 14th of September, they tried to kill him. Although Mazen Nnamdi Kanu managed to escape, the Nigeria government killed at least 28 people at his family home. They killed at least 28 people. As a result of that attack on him and his family, he lost his parents, he lost his mother, he lost his father, he lost his cousin. The Nigeria government killed anybody that they could, including their family dog. Including their family dog Jack. This is to tell you the level of impunity, the level of wickedness that the Nigeria government has leveled on the Biafran people. And on this very day, after their Operation Python dance, 7 mass graves was discovered all across our land as a result of this. Now, why are they insisting on persecuting those who are demanding for freedom in a democratic country? A democratic country that these people are demanding for freedom through a United Nations supervised referendum, something that Nigeria is a signatory to. Why is that? The reason is simple. The reason is the same why Nigeria is in the situation that it is, why Nigeria is a quagmire. The reason is simply because the Nigeria government does not want the development, the advancement of Nigerians. The Nigeria government is not interested in the development of Nigerians. This is why when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu presented a solution to the numerous foundational problems that for decades have been plaguing Nigeria government resorted to abducting him, to committing crimes against him, against the Biafran people, against IPOB members who are recognized in over 100 countries as lawful people who understand and walk according to the law. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB are presented solutions to the issues of corruption, solutions to the issues of political instability, solutions to the issues of human rights abuses. Corruption is a problem that has eaten deep into the Nigerian system. Of course, corruption is part and parcel of the foundation upon which Nigeria is built. IPOB and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu are presenting solutions to the economic mismanagement that is ravaging Nigeria, solutions to the ethnic tension that is ravaging Nigeria. And the Nigerian government have resorted to killing, abducting, disappearing these people because the Nigerian government understands that these problems are foundational. They are part and parcel of the Nigerian system. That is why they rejected the solution that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu presents. The solution that is a United Nations supervised referendum for the indigenous people of Biafra, for us to decide our fate, for us to decide our fate as indicated in the United Nations Charter, which Nigeria is a signatory to. Today, just like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, thousands of Biafrans are held illegally at different Nigeria government dungeons. So rather than respond to our call for a supervised referendum by the United Nations, a democratic process, Nigeria government unleashed criminality and terror against us. This state-sponsored terrorism. This is what prompted the formation of the Eastern Security Network, to safeguard our land, to safeguard our forests, to protect our parents in the farm, just like Amotekun is doing in Yoruba land. The Nigeria government does not have a problem with Amotekun, but they have a problem with ESN, because ESN is from the Biafran people, those who can open the eyes of the Nigerian people to understand what they are going through. But because IPOB is demanding for the foundational problem of Nigeria to be solved, Nigeria government have come against us. But today I want to tell you that because of this wonderful job the men and women of the Eastern Security Network is doing, we are safe today. We can go to our farm and not be killed. We can go to our farms and not be raped. We can go to our farms and not find our farms destroyed. This is the legacy of the Nigerian government: to kill, to destroy. Therefore, I want to call on you, all lover of freedom. If you are a lover of freedom, if you're a humanist, then you must support the Eastern Security Network. And to support them, contact IPOB, the leadership of IPOB, or simply just go to ipob.org and you will find a way to support. Do not say, oh, you paid money to Onyendu's brother, to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's siblings, or the family, or whoever. No. If you make such payments, you are not making payments to IPOB. You cannot see an organization. For instance, you are owing money to American government, and you go to the sibling of what's his name, the president of America, Biden, gave money to the sibling, thinking that you gave money to the government. That is nonsense. It makes me question what you had in mind when you gave that money to them. Therefore, go to IPOB leadership if you want to contribute towards the liberation of the Biafran people. The liberation of the Biafran people, the Nigerian courts have shown that they are not responsible at all. They are not responsible to the Nigerian people. They are not even responsible to their own law. Therefore, we have no confidence in the Nigerian laws. No confidence at all. Laws in Nigeria are useless. The judiciary is designed to target the weak and the vulnerable, to the amusement of the ruling class. Even the ruling class that are amused by the targeting of the weak and vulnerable do not have faith in the law that they themselves make. So why should we waste our time trusting in the Nigerian courts? The Nigerian courts have shown that they are incapable of justice. Incapable of justice. Recently, I saw this news yesterday about the Nigeria judiciary having reports about some justices, some judges, and they made some rulings. Some they suspended, some they said, okay, 2 years you won't get promotion because of one or two allegations made against them. But the core allegation that is most principal to the existence of Nigeria, which is against the woman that is in charge of the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where their own Supreme Court has made it clear that this woman does not stand with the law of Nigeria, that she is against the law of their country. Yet the judiciary did nothing to in order to rein her in or to bring her in line. And this is why we cannot trust the Nigerian judiciary. This is why we cannot trust the Nigerian judiciary. Now, I want to remind us about the agriculture and development of our land. I want to remind us that food is very important in our development and in our growth. We must be able to feed ourselves to have the energy to engage in various activities. We cannot rely on Nigeria for any reason. They have shown times and times that they are ready to starve all of us. Therefore, I call on our people, invest in agriculture, plant seeds, develop agricultural processing plants, develop silos and the rest of them. It is very, very important. And like I have said, this is May, the month of May, and on the 30th of May, we'll be having a remembrance for those who made sacrifices for us to be here, those who are instrumental to us being alive. And on the 30th of May, the entire nook and cranny of Biafra land will be shut down. Biafra land will be under lock and key. It will be completely shut down in honor of this saints, these people who made sacrifices for us to be alive, for us to be here. Biafra land will be shut down. Now, I saw this post. Let me see if I can find it quickly. I saw this post coming from Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, where the Vice Chancellor, Professor Charles Okechukwu Esimone, is inviting people to participate in a public event that will be from the date is, I believe, 29th to 31st. Yes, 29th, they said, will be a radio interview. Okay, that is not a problem. But on the 30th, they said they will be having award of first degree prizes and convocation lecture. Now, this man must tell us if he is the owner, if he is the leader of the Biafran people, or the Biafran people are leading him. He must let us know so that we can make a decision on how to handle him, because he is showing, him and his people that he is working with, they are showing that they are not interested in the salvation of our people. And that goes to show what Nigeria education institution is designed for. That goes to show that they are interested in the subjugation of the people. You have students who graduate without any sort of employment, but that does not concern them. They want to turn our land into a place of lawlessness, and that cannot be tolerated. People who know him should warn him. 30th of May is for our saints, those who made sure that the university, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, will be up and standing, answering that name today. Such nonsense should not and cannot be tolerated in our land. Such nonsense cannot and should not be tolerated in our land. It is very important for us to identify with who we are. 30th May is an opportunity for us to identify with who we are. Stop running from who you are. Stop running from who you are. Who you are includes the problems that you are having and the wins that you have achieved. These are part and parcel of who you are. I have seen a couple of videos where our people, you see them dressed in different ways that does not represent them, ways that does not tell their stories. I watched videos. I saw this music video where somebody was wearing something like animal skin. Do you even know the culture of those that you are wearing the animal skin on your head? Do you have an idea where that culture came from? Those people fight for what they believe. The animal skin, I saw some of them wearing on their head as a cultural representation of Africa. You don't know that there are people who own that culture. You have your own cap, you have your own kind of way of dressing to represent yourself, to show people that this is who you are. But you are dressing in people's culture and you are singing your cultural song. This goes to show how many of our people that do not have a sense of pride, a sense of dignity, a sense of understanding of what they are doing and the effect it has. Maybe in the next 100 years, someone will bring up that video and say, this is your culture. Or maybe you are coming from this land, or maybe you are coming from that land. Or tomorrow when we come back from the different places where we have been to, and tomorrow your great-grandchild will say, oh, we are coming from South Africa, because they saw that animal skin on the head of few people. We must identify with who we are. We must identify with ourselves. Nobody will tell you who you are. If not, people will lie against you and tell you who you are, who you are supposed to be. Now, these and many more costs are what we are facing today, and it is incumbent on us. It is our responsibility to stand up, uphold, and defend our freedom. Today we have seen oppressive regimes oppressing us, discriminating against us. When we start business, they make sure that they end the business. And this is why IPOB is calling on Nigeria government to break the monopoly in the business, cement business especially. To break the monopoly in the cement business that was designed to stagnate our business ventures. Designed to stagnate our business ventures. And they still want us to be part of that fraud called Nigeria. Knowing fully well that monopoly only benefits capitalists, only benefits business people who are there to make profits at the back, breaking the back of the people. They do not care. They have no care for the people. Affordable housing is supposed to be a priority for every government because it is a need of the people, a need, a necessity. It is not a want, it is a need. Therefore, why is Nigeria government making things hard for the Nigerian people? Why are they making sure that the need for the Nigerian people to have affordable housing is not reachable? By endorsing monopoly in the cement industry. Like I said yesterday, this monopoly is a direct consequence of colonialism, where UK government took Nigeria, killed the leaders of the indigenous people in Nigeria, forcefully brought Nigeria together, and when they left, they gave power to the Fulanis. And today, Nigeria is running on a monopolized economy that benefits the Fulanis, showing you that Nigeria is still operating on a colonial construct. On a colonial construct. They discourage competition. They discourage competition through monopoly. Allow competition by discouraging monopoly so that the economy will grow. Failure to curtail this monopoly, failure to curtail this, especially in the cement industry, proves beyond any doubt that Nigeria does not belong to Nigerians but to the Fulanis. It proves that Nigeria belongs to the United Kingdom. That is what Nigeria government is proving to us. But it is upon us to ensure that we liberate ourselves from such tyranny. From such tyranny, and ensure freedom for all of us. Now, I must tell you, I must also say that winning this fight, winning this war for our freedom is not an easy thing. We must have that at the back of our mind. We must have it at the back of our mind, especially as we in May. In the month of May, we must have it at the back of our mind that it requires immense sacrifices. It requires determination. It requires unity. It requires real and true unity. Freedom is not free. It comes with sacrifices, like I've said. It comes with hard work. We must be willing to fight for it. When we are willing to fight for it, we will be willing to do the hard work. We will be assured, no matter the cost, when freedom is gained, it will be worth it. The cost will be worth it. Let us continue to honor and remember those who fought for our freedom. Let us continue to strive to protect our freedom for generations to come. Now, as we continue on this wonderful broadcast, this wonderful day, let us reference the news. Let's go to the news of today. But before we do that, I want to give you this write-up from somebody. It says, in 2006, the then EFF chairman Nuhu Ribadu came before the Senate and listed 5 most corrupt governors in Nigeria. This is in 2006. And let me give you the names of these 5 corrupt governors. Orji Uzokalo of Abia State, who is now, after some years, after about how many years now? After about 18 years, Orji Uzokalo is now a serving senator in Nigeria. Someone that the EFF, the EFCC, the Economic Financial Crimes Commission, the chairman, one of the most corrupt, the top 5 corrupt, one of the top 5 corrupt. Today, he is a serving senator in Nigeria. This is why Nigeria can never work. The next person on that list is Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the former Lagos State governor, who is now the president of Nigeria. This is one of the 5 most corrupt governors in 2006, according to Nuhu Ribadu, the EFCC chairman. Today, he is the president of Nigeria. The next on the list is Ahmed Sani Yerima, the former governor of Zamfara State, and today he is a senator. The next on the list is George Akume, former Benue State governor, and today he is a senator. Today he was a senator. Today he is the Secretary General of the Federation, appointed by also one of the most corrupt governors in Nigeria, who is now the president of Nigeria. The next is Chemaroke Nnamani, the former governor of Enugu State, and today he is also a senator. Just these five people. Now you understand why Nigeria cannot be salvaged. Even the EFCC chairman, the then EFCC chairman, Nuhu Ribadu, who made this list, who presented this list, then he failed to prosecute them. He made this list and failed to prosecute them as the EFCC chairman. And today he is the National Security Advisor, appointed by the most corrupt person in Nigeria today, Tinubu. In their senates, they have the most corrupt people in Nigeria. People who are interested in the killing of their people. And they are the ones in charge of Nigeria today. How then will Nigeria work? How will Nigeria work? Now, look at this news coming from Punch newspaper. It says, ICYMI, Emir of Ilorin, sent us to order you to disband. Muslim group storms Kwara Chrislam Center. Is this Christian Center? Yes, it should be Christian Center. In Ilorin, this is happening in Ilorin. They stormed the place and asked them to disband. It says here, members of an unidentified Muslim group recently stormed a worship center that plays host to both Christian and Islamic services in the Alalu Busa area of Ilorin, the Kwara state capital. The group members, who said they were acting on the instruction of the Emir of Ilorin, Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, revealed that the worship center was originally a mosque but has been housing worshippers outside the religion. They were led by a man referred to as Olaja Tuntun, who declared that such practice was an abnormality that would not be tolerated. So you have a house, a building that rented it out to Christians and to Muslims. And the Muslims came and said, you know what? We have been ordered to tell you Christians to live here. Yet it is a country where there is freedom of worship. Yet it is a country it is in a land where you have the top pastors. I remember the last time I checked, the largest church auditorium in Africa is in Nigeria. The largest, the last time I checked, owned by, what is it called again? Living Faith, Oyedepo. And this is happening right before their eyes. And they are saying nothing or even doing nothing. Doing nothing about it. That goes to make you question these religious leaders you have in Nigeria. Because their responsibility is to be Christ-like. And what did we learn from the story of Christ? The meaning of Christ is Savior. How have they saved their people? Oh, they are saving their people from hell. Hell that they have never been to. Hell that they have never seen. Whereas the hell that they are living in, the hell that they have seen, they are not talking about it. Now let's go to the next news. This is from Premium Times, and it says, terrorists sack 50 communities, abduct hundreds of people in Zamfara. This is according to a lawmaker. It says the lawmaker representing Zoromi Shinkafe federal constituency at the House of Representatives, Bello Hassan, told BBC Hausa Service on Tuesday that terrorists sacked at least 50 villages in Zomi local government area of Zamfara state. Terrorists have sacked about 50 communities and abducted hundreds of residents after weeks of incessant attacks in Zomi local government area of Zamfara state, a lawmaker from the area has said. Now imagine, after weeks of incessant attacks in Zamfara state, this is happening in Nigeria. In Nigeria, with a standing army, with police, with what have you, all name them. It says here, Bello Hassan, who represents Zoromi Shinkafe federal constituency at the House of Representatives, told BBC Hausa Service on Tuesday that the gunmen also killed 2 police officers and 3 civilians during the attacks. Premium Times last week reported how Zoromi, the second most populous town in Zamfara state, was overrun by terrorists who killed 3 officials at the Emir's palace and abducted many residents. The lawmaker said over 50 people may have been abducted in the affected villages over the weeks. He said the wanton attacks have forced many of the residents to flee their homes. Now, I actually made a mistake here. It said the lawmaker said over 500 people may have been abducted, not even 50. Over 500 people may have been abducted in the affected villages over the weeks. But there is army, and some years ago, over 4 years ago, the president, your so-called president, told you that terrorists have been technically defeated. And this lawmaker is telling you that over 500 people may have been abducted in the affected villages. When they say over, it could be more than 1,000. Over weeks. It didn't happen in one day. Okay, now listen. If these terrorists could go to schools and abduct over 300 students, in one go, how about in weeks? And the number is over 500. How about in weeks? Which means they probably abducted 300 times 7. Up to that amount, up to that number. 1,800. Up to that number. And this lawmaker is telling you over 500. And now, how did the Nigeria Army react? Let us see how the Nigeria Army reacted. Rather than for them to protect the lives of the people, they are in Biafra land collecting bribe from people. They are in Biafra land killing people. They are in Biafra land burning people's houses after terrorists have attacked them. Let me bring you somewhere. It says those who have stayed behind are being molested by the gunmen. No, it's not just about the abduction. Even those who are staying behind, who have decided to stay in their ancestral lands, they are being molested by the gunmen who are attacking the communities day and night. Mr. Hassan said, calling for intervention by the security agencies in the area. How can the security agencies not know about these attacks that has been happening for weeks? For weeks. But the lawmaker knew about it. But the Nigerian army did not. They are busy in Biafra land killing people. They are not doing anything to save those people because they are colluding with terrorists. They collude with terrorists. Now, let us look at the reaction of the Nigeria Army. The Nigeria Army said this is according to parallel facts. And it says only 4 persons were abducted by terrorists. Nigerian military denies report of 500 abductions in Zamfara. Nigeria Army came and said, oh yes, you people, the terrorists were attacking for weeks and weeks and weeks, but hey, after attacking for weeks and weeks and weeks, only they were successful in abducting only 4 people. Can you imagine? And this is the army that the prince of their so-called prince, the prince of UK, Britain. I know British people said they are not, they are kings and royal family. But this man, Harry, came to see this military. And look at the reaction of the military. Look at the kind of military that you have in Nigeria. As if 4 people being abducted by terrorists is not more than enough. As if it is not more than downplaying the abductions of Nigerians. Let's read what this army representative is saying. Major General Edward Buba, Director of Defense Media Operations, addressed the exaggerated figures circulating on social media, asserting they do not reflect the reality on the ground. He referenced a similar incident during the Kuriga abduction where the number of abductees were overstated. Now, this is how your army is defending you Nigerians. Right? This is how they are defending Nigerians. And somebody is saying that we must continue with such a crime against humanity. Where are the lovers of human rights? Where are the defenders of democracy? Where are they? Where are they? Now let me play for you a clip of victims, of a victim of one of those attacks. Let me play a clip of one of the victims so that we can understand exactly what is happening. Yes, the Nigeria Army will always come to lie in your face. They will always come to lie in your face, but you know the truth. The truth is out there. People who are experiencing it are the ones who are giving this information. They are the ones giving information. What the Nigerian army can do is only to downplay the seriousness of this issue. Now let's listen to what a victim said. How the relationship between the Nigerian army and terrorists. Let's listen to this. Okay, just give me some time. I want to play this so that we listen to what a victim has said, how the Nigeria army and terrorists are working together to ensure the people are abducted.
I'm Kancha and Mango local government. I'm here to report the situation in Mango local government to the whole world to understand. What is happening in Mango at this particular point in time? The military are the ones sending our people away to allow the militia to burn their houses. At this particular point in time, they have sent every Christian away from the new market, and thereby leaving the Muslim to go and burn their houses. They set the curfew. The curfew is restricted to only people within Mangu, within the Christian domain. But in the Muslim domain, they are free to move and do whatever they wanted to do. And not only that, the military has killed 3 of our young men, in which I know one is before my own church. They killed one yesterday. And I reported to the security. He said that it was a fake soldiers. At first he said I was lying. Until I proved to him beyond reasonable doubt. Then finally he said it was a fake soldier. I said no, it's not a fake soldier. It's a real soldier who killed him. So I said no, it's a soldier that killed him. Finally they made signal to the soldier and he disappeared from the scene. This thing go on and on. Now that I'm speaking to you, all of them are switched off their phone and they allow the place to be burned down and raised by the people. And this is what is going on even now that I'm speaking to you. People around Gindri Junction, down from this side, Lagiri side, down there, their houses are now at place because the soldiers protected them and they allowed them to burn people's houses. They are not doing anything about it. So we in Mangu local government, as far as Christian is concerned, we don't want the military in Mangu local government. They should park at their load and go. We don't want them. We don't need them and we don't want them because the plan. They have been bought, they have been paid with the price to carry out their duty, what they are doing. So that reason I'm saying and I'm calling the whole world to understand that this thing should stop and people should come to our rescue to save us. If not, that is an evil plan for them to destroy Mango local government. Because the governor is from here and we are not going to allow it. We are going to fight with less of a problem until they kill us all. The military should keep on killing us. We are accepting to kill us, but we are not going to stop. We are going to penetrate. I have to say personally, I organize the whole Christian in Mongolian government. We are going to fight. We are not going to stop. And that is what I said. If this does not stop, we are going to call a meeting for pastors, and we are going to make an arrangement for that. Because that is enough is enough. We have tried all to make a peaceful living. We have cried and make cry, but the government is not listening. If they switch off their phone, where they should take our cry to? That's my plea. Thank you.
Yes, this is exactly what Nigeria army is doing. They chase out those that they can chase out and kill those that they can kill. They chase out those that they can chase out, kill those that they couldn't chase out. And then open up the place, open up the land for terrorists to come and invade. And when this news comes public, they come and say, oh no, it was only 4 people. Is 4 people not enough? Is 4 people not enough? What about the over 300 Chibok girls? What about the number of people killed in Mangu local government this year? The number, not even this year, last year. This killing in Mangu happened December, Christmas Day, 25th of December. It happened for days. For days. Now, let me take you to another news. This is from Sahara Reporters. It says Nigerian army, police operatives. You see, it is not only Nigerian army, even the police, even the different security institutions in Nigeria, they are responsible for the atrocities happening in Nigeria. It says here, Nigerian army, police operatives burned down communities in Enugu State after herdsmen sacked residents. So basically, this army, they were protecting these terrorists, protecting them while terrorists are busy sacking residents, killing them, pursuing them out of their ancestral lands, only for the army, their protectors, and the police, the army and the police, to burn down houses. So while the terrorists were busy killing people, having a field day in their bikes, the army was burning down houses of people who ran away. This is according to Sahara Reporters. This is according to Sahara. It says here, Ega, an agrarian community in Ozowan, a local government area of Enugu State, has been thrown into chaos as a combined team of policemen and soldiers allegedly razed residential houses in the community. They razed down residential houses in the community. They razed down. It says here, Sahara Reporters gathered that no fewer than 10 houses were destroyed, with other household properties in the process. This is Nigeria Army. The army that Harry came to see. I wonder what the information was. I still wonder what the information. And today, what is it called? Their father, their parents are publicly debating, publicly granting interview to say, "Oh, we are not happy about his travel to Nigeria." How many times have you heard? How many times have you heard them come out to even talk about anything of relevance? Not to talk about their personal issues. They are talking about it because they have an agenda. If you have not been talking about issues, important issues, now you think the visit of your son to Nigeria is more important than the atrocities that those that UK government is training, the Nigeria army, the police that they are training, are killing people in Nigeria, and that is of no importance to them. They are not speaking about it. They are not. Look at people's houses burned in Enugu. Over 500 abducted, as I had read to you earlier on. Over 500 abducted. In that report that says over 500 abducted, it said somewhere that at Kanwa village on Saturday, just this Saturday that passed, the gunmen killed 3 people and abducted over 30. Over 30 others. Killed 3 people and abducted over 30. Doing the same thing with the Nigeria army. So you now understand that there is commitment. Both of them are committed to killing and displacing the Nigerian people. And that is why terrorism has continued to increase in Nigeria. And what is the UK saying? Those people who are saying, we are this, that, what are they saying? Those who forced Nigerians into what we have today. This news is coming from Parallel Facts. It says UK impressed with Tinubu's security strategy. British commissioner says amid reports of countless abductions, massacre. This is that the man who they brought into Nigeria, and since then he's just been there watching the killings happen. And he's coming to tell the entire world that he's impressed with the killings. He's impressed with the burning of houses. It says here the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Richard Montgomery, has expressed the United Kingdom's approval of the security strategies implemented by Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu over the last 1 year. And what is the security strategy? I just played to you the security strategy. Let's listen again.
I'm Kancha and Mangu local government. I'm here to report the situation in Mangu local government to the whole world to understand. What is happening in Mangu at this particular point in time? The military are the ones sending our people away to allow the militia to burn their houses.
The military sending people away for terrorists to burn their houses. Now, you must understand that this is not how they always operate. Sometimes they are the ones burning the houses. Some other times they send people away. They kill people so that these terrorists will burn down their houses. They even bomb people in IDP camps. Those that they send away to internally displaced persons camps, they even bomb them. They bombed them. And the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Richard Montgomery, is telling you that the United Kingdom's approval of the security strategies, that is the killing and the burning of people's houses, the abductions of people, is the UK is impressed. Now, he was speaking at a high level dialogue on delivering the renewed hope agenda on the theme Nigeria's global ambitions, from hope to reality. In Abuja on Friday, Montgomery highlighted the UK's recognition of the transparency and accountability in governance under Tinubu's administration. The same Tinubu that the EFCC person said, the EFCC chairman said, was part of the most corrupt governors in 2006. The same Tinubu that shared dollars. The same Tinubu that shared dollars and rigged himself into position. That is who they are telling you that they are impressed with. They are the people that they are telling you that they are impressed with. And they are talking about renewed hope. Is there hope in Nigeria when people are starving to death? Is there hope in Nigeria when the Nigeria army forcefully terminated over 10,000 pregnancies? Over 10,000 pregnancies. And they did this in the course of how many years? From 2013. They've been doing this. Forcefully terminating pregnancies of indigenous people in Nigeria because they are trying to kill Nigerians and take over the lands of Nigerians for the Fulanis. And the British High Commissioner in Nigeria is telling you, Richard Montgomery, is telling you that the United Kingdom is pleased with that development. Pleased with that development. The Nigeria government is looking for people who will clean up their image. And today they are giving contracts. They gave contract to this other fool to establish a radio station. To establish a radio station in order to disseminate fake news. You know, we must also look at these radio stations and TV stations. We must pay attention to them. In Imo State, they rigged Hope Uzodinma in once, they rigged him again, and those who rigged him in were smiling to the bank. IPOB is the government in our land. IPOB represents the Biafran people, the interest of the Biafran people, and the Biafran people set up IPOB by themselves because IPOB means the indigenous people of Biafra. That is what it means. Therefore, the people of Biafra must checkmate these people. We must checkmate these criminals who the UK government is pleased with. We must checkmate them because we cannot allow terrorism to be sponsored and be clapped for by Britain, by UK. And we say nothing about it. No wonder the Hausa Land magazine has made a publication that says, let me read, calling all Hausa people in Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto, Niger, Kebbi, Kaduna, Jigawa, and Kano, even Bauchi and Gombe, to protect themselves from the killings of Fulani bandits, Fulani terrorists, road bandits. And it went on to say gun ownership is the solution to the towns that are being attacked in Nigeria to protect themselves from those that kill them. This is by Dr. Bashir Dorai, and it is reported in Hausa Land magazine. Hausa Land magazine. Now, this and more is happening today. The Nigeria government are looking for people to clean up their acts. And those people who are cleaning up their acts will have Biafrans to contend with. Will have Biafrans to contend with. Now, they even went to the point of propagating fake news in the name of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. And this news is coming also from Parallel Fact. It says, I never said world accepted Tinubu as president. Look at Tinubu trying to clean up himself. A man that is pooping on himself in public is trying to clean up himself by using the name of this wonderful Biafran woman, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, to clean up himself. It says here, she said, I never said world accepted Tinubu as president. Okonjo-Iweala debunks fake WhatsApp propaganda. Now, let me read this news to you. Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Director General of the World Trade Organization, has denied a fake WhatsApp message circulating in her name. The message falsely claims she endorsed Chief Bola Tinubu's policies and lauded his leadership. In a statement released via her official Twitter handle, Okonjo-Iweala expressed her dismay over the fabricated message and clarified that she does not use WhatsApp for broadcast. She emphasized that any such message attributed to her on the platform is false. The false message purported to show Okonjo-Iweala praising Tinubu's economic reforms and efforts to attract international investors to Nigeria. The text, riddled with grammatical errors, stated, I am bringing investors to Nigeria using the president's commendable policies as a bait. Is that too difficult to understand? President Tinubu's reforms might be harsh now, but they would rebirth a new and prosperous nation. When you look at this message, you find out that this is the story that Nigeria government is telling the world. Oh, do not worry. They've been telling you this. Oh, do not worry. It might be harsh now, but tomorrow is going to be better. The same thing they've been telling you. It go better. It go better. It go better. It go better. They've been telling you this nonsense since time immemorial. And every day you are suffering. Every day the government is sponsoring terrorism against you. Every day, trying to clean up their names. Every day. That you should have patience. Why should you have patience? They keep telling you have patience so that you do not react, so that you keep being a dummy, so that you keep being inactive and like a dead person, unresponsive. Today, even EEDC is giving you bills to pay for electricity that you did not consume. Today, every institution in Nigeria is defrauding you. Even the school themselves are taking from you, taking advantage of you. Now the question is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Nobody will save you. UK is applauding Nigeria, applauding Tinubu because they are benefiting. You are not benefiting. They are taking actions to cement their persecution of the Nigerian people. You Nigerians, what are you doing? You are in the north. What are you doing? You're in Yoruba land. Your land is being taken by foreigners. I read the news here. I read it from the news. Where even Yorubas are not allowed to worship in their church. Or they came to Owo and slaughtered you people. What are you going to do about it? You have kept quiet and allowed fools to represent you. I'm talking to Nigerians where they force fools upon you to represent you. Killers and people who rape and murder you, people who subject you to poverty by looting your resources are the ones that they have put in control of your lives. In control of your lives. Let's look at the debunked message from Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. It says the message also included, claims that Okonjo-Iweala's interaction with various global leaders and institutions, all supposedly congratulating her on Nigeria's progress. It mentioned, I have lost count of residents, respected institutions and investors that have called to congratulate me on Nigeria, eventually having a focus leader. Focus leader. Somebody that was missing for over a week. Over 1 week, Nigerians did not even know where he was. He said here, since the reforms were rolled out, at least 6 multinational manufacturing giants are coming with me by December later this year to see how their firms can have factories here. What factories when even Microsoft just left Nigeria? And now they are based in Kenya solely. And they are sending these messages to keep you moribund, to keep you always thinking, oh, it go better, it go better. It no go better until you stand up and work it. Unless you do the work, there will be no progress. It says here, Okonjo-Iweala swiftly debunked this statement. She expressed gratitude to her friends and supporters who recognized the message as fake and brought it to her attention. She said, in quote, I am pleased that those who know me instantly recognize this as fake. Thanks to friends who brought this to my attention, she tweeted. Now, the question is, why did Nigeria government go to that extent? Why would Nigeria government go to that extent? You see that they are trying to clean up their image. Instead of them doing what is right, instead of them doing what is right with Nigerians, they are trying to kill Nigerians and at the same time clean up their image. She also issued a warning to those behind the creation and distribution of the false message. It is Nigeria government, especially the army, that is distributing this false message. It is the army, Nigeria government, that is distributing this false message. It says, she said, I want to warn them, I want to warn those in the business of manufacturing fake messages that they will not succeed. Okonjo-Iweala's swift response aims to curb misinformation and protect her reputation. She reiterated that she only uses verified channels for official communication and does not rely on WhatsApp for disseminating information. Now the lines are open. I cannot finish reading this. Let me just open up the line so that we can have a conversation. Call in and tell us your experiences. Do not forget that we are in the month of May and that we are remembering those who died to protect us. Therefore, if you have a story concerning the war, it's okay. Call in. Let us have a conversation. Nigeria killed over 7 million of our people in order to protect oil for Britain. Not even for Nigerians, for Britain. Now, as a Nigerian living in Sokoto, these wicked people, they sent you to war, your children died, are still dying, and you are not benefiting anything from it. You are not benefiting anything from it. Rather, they are sending messages in order to keep you in the comatose state that they have placed you in. Now, the number to call is +27 78 0645457. I repeat, +27 78 0645457. Now let's listen to this. Let's listen to those who are the sponsor of insecurity in Nigeria. Let us listen to this. This is according to what an APC stalwart said about those who are causing insecurity in Nigeria.
We have a confession that the media has not given appropriate attention. Kawu Baraje Alhaji was a leading chieftain of the APC, and he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. He has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. This is public. Why is the media not following up?
I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. Okay. Unfortunately, let me see. This system, I don't know. I had this problem yesterday. I thought it was connected. Can you hear me now? Okay, you can hear me, but you are not coming out clearly. Let's go again. Okay, please go ahead. Introduce yourself and your opinion.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Loud and clear, yes. Good morning. Please go ahead.
My name is Chukwu, and I'm speaking from my location. Once again, Mbanali. As always, I greet my leader, our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the man who our platform to expose so many things that was leading under the roof of heaven. Everything was again. Yes, I want to start from 30th May. I have been watching each time the DOS or IPOB give order for people to respect the fallen heroes of our people on 30th of May. The idiots, the Fulanis, or the evil government in Nigeria will go to Igbo land and pay some evil people money to try to see how they will counter that 30th of May. Sometimes they say they are going to exam. Some time ago, I think last year or last 2 years, it was Kanu saying they are going to, there was exam. They are going to, that day, to, for exam, something like that. Today, it was a university, Nnamdi Azikiwe University or something. Somebody there is trying to come to counter this 30th of May. Honestly, each time when I sit down, start to think about some people we have in Igbo land today, it's worried. Because people cannot think as a human being. That man who is trying to counter the 30th of May, he claimed that he's educated in Igbo land. Sometimes I start to ask myself, what is the benefit of Igbo people in terms of education in Nigeria? When I sit down, if they have gone to the extent of this stage we find ourselves in Nigeria. Ugboro ole ka ihe ga-eme onye Igbo, ndị Igbo, ugboro ole ka ihe ga-eme unu? Unu nwawu ndị Igbo na-amatabeghị ihe ruo taa ihe Nigeria wụ. Ugboro ole ka ihe ga-eme unu na-amụta onye Igbo? Uru gịnị ka ọ bara gị? N'iritere ụwa n'ule n'uru tụfuo mkpụrụ obi gị na Nigeria. Ihe a unu na-eme meziri ka ọ dịzie ka ndị Igbo duzi nzuzo. Unu wụzi atụrụ na nyụrụ ọdụ unu na-eche na unu na-emegbu nna nna unu. Ihe a unu na-eme, onye ka unu na-emegbu? Ọ Nnamdi Kanu bịara ịzọpụta unu ka unu na-emegbu? Ọ DOS, ọ IPOB ka unu na-emegbu? Onye ka unu na-emegbu? Because ihere na-emezi onye ọwụla akpọrọ onye Igbo na-ahụ ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo taa. Ị nweghị ike ịkwanyere ndị tara ahụhụ nwa odu obodo ahụ bifo amụọ gị, bifo gị nọrọ ndụ ruo taa, enye gị ego, ihe ga na-agba mgba otu ga-esi mebie ọdịnihu ndị Igbo. Ihere a na-emezi onye Igbo again. Lee ihe ọha na eze ndị Igbo mere ndị Igbo, aka na-ekwukwe ụfọdụ isikwe n'akụkụ dị iche iche na-ewepụta isi. Ka anyị lewepụ unu. Ihe metere ndị Igbo agwụchala ikpe chọọchị. Ebe ọbụla ndị Yoruba mepere chọọchị, ọ ndị Igbo ga-awụ first gbaa second. Chọọchị na-amaghị chọọchị onwe amamihe, dị mọ ị na-ekpe chọọchị, dị mọ ị na-izuzu. Dị mọ ị na-ekpe chọọchị, dị mọ nzuzu na-abịa gị n'ime iberibe. Gee this very tape when he play na radio Biafra ihe gbasara Christianity and Muslim na Nigeria, you start to cry. Ka na-ebe akwa. A na-egbu Christian since 1945 na Nigeria ruo taa. Where is Christianity? Where is Christian leaders? Where is bishop? Where is archbishops? Where is reverend fathers? Where is the Pope? And all of them. Now, if you are a Christian in Nigeria and you are going to church today, tomorrow is church, and you will be killed on the process, nobody will ask what will happen to you. And you are still going. What you are going is just to go and show your foolishness and idiot as a Christian. They cannot have opened this radio to expose so many things. And if you like, you listen, you become a human being. If you don't listen, that is your business.
Thank you.
The white people are proving their superiority to black person. And it has been so. If black man cannot learn up to now in Nigeria that he is a slave, completely slave, forget about black people. Our leaders said on this platform that Nigeria is just like a cancer to the whole black race, Africa. Unless you cut the head of the Satan Nigeria, failing to do so, black people will remain slaves forever.
Thank you.
And it is playing on our eyes today. I congratulate those who are human beings, because human beings are very small in Nigeria. So many of them are animal with a human face, moving all along. Chukwu Okike Abịama will be the strength of those who are human beings.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi Sochima, for your effort and the others. Chukwu Okike Abịama will be the strength of some of us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too. Ndewo. Thank you, sir. Yes, the line is still open. The number to call is +27 78 064 5457. Okay, I have so many missed calls here. Let me try to call one person. Let me call one person. Okay. Let's see. Person. While calling this number, I am getting missed calls, so I'm not, and this number is not ringing. So let me drop it, and perhaps others can call in. Yeah, because it's not ringing. Let's see. Okay, Mazi Desmond. Ụtụtụ ọma, ndewo nwa Chineke. Please go ahead with your opinion.
Ụtụtụ ọma Chineke, Sochima, Mbanali. Good morning to you. My name is Desmond, calling from
Mazi Desmond.
Yes,
excuse me, you are not coming out clearly. Can you please adjust or something? Yeah.
I've done that. I don't know. Now it's okay now.
It's better now. It's better now. Okay, please go ahead.
Is it? Am I clear now?
Yeah, but it's still faint like inside.
Now?
Yeah, but it's better. It's better. Please go ahead.
Okay, because I was trying to go to a private place.
Yeah, it's better.
Yes, good morning to you, Machineke, and good morning to Biafrans all over the world, IPOB family, and our great leader, His Excellency Mazinam Dokukano. Good morning, sir, to you from here. Mazi Sochima, I want to thank you for your analysis this morning, and I want to start from also where our last caller started about our May 30th. You know, last year, this is how they come up, professor, I don't know if it's secondary school or university, they say they want to go for excursion or something. When the pressure was there that our people, everybody have to observe the sit at home and all those things. There's something I want to say. I don't know why. We know Nigeria will always find somebody. We know Nigeria, but what we don't understand is these people that does this thing. Like, for example, you say UNN. Is it that there was no other lecturer? Because the professor or the idiot who is calling himself a professor, that is, he will not be the person to write all those publications and send it out. Because they don't have the capability. Anyway, they might give you, he might write it and give it to a media house to publish, maybe from Lagos or from Abuja. It's possible that he will do it and nobody in the school will know, and they will just see it in the media. Because if it's something, because things of school are meant to be published in the school first. If it's something that is being published in the school, I think some people in the school should not even allow it to come out. They should quickly know that there is a saboteur in their midst. And then they stop that news, and then they will approach the idiot immediately and tell him, if you are not hearing, are you not seeing? Or don't you know that every May 30th is, I mean, other lecturers or other professors like him. But you know, like I said, he might use Nigeria media because he's been sponsored, and he will use Nigeria media to publish. Even the students might not even be aware. You know, sometimes the student might not be aware. They might be seeing it from unusual platform or this, and they will be wondering. But you know, students, they want to comply. And now we are letting the students know that Biafra land will be under lock and key. It is a day for us to commemorate, remember, and respect, honor the people that died for us. For our sake, that Biafra land might stand. It's very, very simple. It's been done all over the world. It's not, I don't even want to say it's a culture, it's ordinary. Because when people say Mbanali is something good, but this one is what is our own, it's in our heritage, because Biafra is what that is the hope of our people. That is what when our people remember they have breath. And those people that died, that paid the ultimate, we must remember them. It's a must. So every student, be you university, secondary school student, we understand that that day is a Thursday, but it has to be under lock and key, because if we say we want to do it on weekend, then it's no useful. So it has to be on a working day, because it's an official commemoration day in the land of Biafra. So it has to be on a working day. So please, everybody will start. So no students should come out. These professors, please, if they have the means to let us have their number or them, we would like to call them and ask them some questions, so that we will know what, because they are the people that are supposed to be promoting 30th of May for us in the schools. But unfortunately, Nigeria will always find somebody. But they should know that we don't joke with 30th of May anyway. It's the day that the spirits in our land will come out to sanitize the land of Biafra. So anything on the way that day, apart from people in special duties like the nurses, doctors, that you are a doctor, it does not mean if you are in duty, not that you don't come out and start doing anyhow, or you carry motor. No, you plan yourself. If you are going to get to your office early or anything, you do it or somehow, but we want the street to be free. But you can be in your, so if we see pregnant women going out, to understand them, the spirits understand them. If we see those who have special medical issues, who understand them, the spirits understand them, and the load will be. But the land of Biafra will be under lock and key. No individual is allowed to step out, because the spirits will be outside. And you know, Nigerian military, they always take advantage to kill our people in this kind of event when our spirit wants to sanitize our land. Please and please do not be victim. And we say that. Then I want to say that those people that are complaining about the killing, you can see what is happening in the north. It's only the Yorubas that have refused to rise up against the Fulanis. The Hausas are trying to do something, because you know, many years their land has been subjugated. So for them to rise up the way we want it, it might not be easy for them, because even them too, they are being strangulated internally. So we also have to applaud them for trying to rise up, and we encourage them to rise up forcefully. But the Yorubas are previews. Any day the Yoruba rise up now, you see Nigeria will change. But I don't know what is holding them. Even though we're saying they are fighting for independence, we are not seeing them doing anything. What we have to say is the Biafrans must remain resolute. We must continue what we are doing. We must support ESN for the stoppage of the influx of learning, and for our mothers to go to farm and come back alive, because those terrorists in our bushes will continue to decimate them, and the influx of learning in our land will continue to checkmate them, to stop them from entering our communities, because they are a danger to our people, and we cannot accept that to continue. So you support ESN through IPOB units, IPOB zones, through our website www.ipob.org.
Yeah.
You go there, you'll be directed on how to pay with your card. And also, any other means that's approved by HODD or Smart in form of fundraising or other means. We encourage Biafrans to remain resolute because Biafra is our destination, nothing is another option. Lastly, we continue to demand for the unconditional release of our leader, and we continue to tell Injustice Bita Nyako to step herself down from this matter and respect herself and her family. Let us see what we want to see, because we are not going to stop, because our leader has been discharged and acquitted by their own appeal court, and that is where we stand, and not for us to go back. Thank you, Machinek, and Elohim bless you from here.
Thank you, Master Desmond. Thank you. Sometimes I wish that we have enough time, honestly, but we do not. So let me go to the next caller. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead with your opinion in 5 minutes, please. Ndewo.
Thank you, Maz. Maz, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother. Ndewo. Please go ahead.
Ndewo, Maz. Good morning, great Biafrans all over the world. My name remains Mazin Kochimezia Wisdom. Mazin Kochimezia Wisdom is from Ebema in Imo Province, Biafra land. Mazi, I'm here to sound this in as a warning to that useless lecturer. And also, I saw also that Wayeki also put their general mathematics on that day. We are using this thing because 30th May, assuming that is the Fulanis that put, any day that they are going to do their lockdown or remember their people that they killed or whatever. I believe everybody will obey them because they know that people are violent. The reason why all these people are doing all this into us, even the governors, even the politicians, and some useless pastors in Biafra, because they have, see IPOB that we are not doing like Fulani. I'm telling you, any day we start behaving like Fulani, like anybody that do any nonsense, we bring the person and set example. I'm telling you, others will stop all this rubbish. 30th May have been announced before this May. Why is this man going to face, convocation or whatever he call it on that the same date? But we are sending it as a warning to any student, you be an Igbo man or whosoever, that will come out on that day that you're coming to do whatever in Igbo land. Chineke ga kpọrọ all of you. You tell me that if those that died for we to be saved, they are not people. We must remember our fallen heroes and heroines, and every Biafra from so-called South South. There is nothing like South South in Cardinal Point. All of us we are the East, we from the South. So nothing like South South. So all the people, if you're hearing my voice, you from so-called Niger Delta, you must rest because your people also died in 1967 to 1970. All of us must respect them. So everybody must sit at home. All the Eastern, the Southeast should be, as quiet as a dead zone that day. At least that day, just ordinary a day, we should respect our heroes and heroines. Anybody that is going to write any exam, or is going to do any convocation, or is going to lecture or whatever, all your generation. We must respect Biafrans. We must respect ESN that have been fighting, making sure that Biafra land is being safeguarded without even being paid. We must respect them. Those that have died for this struggle, we must respect all of them. So everybody must sit at home. Anybody that come outside, I'm sorry for that person. Thank you, Maz. I'm very angry when I see that publication in the night. Even that Wayek, you should respect us. Biafrans, we are Biafrans. Even we can decide if we can write Wayek or not. So we are not writing this Wayek. So if we schedule that date, that tight date, you should put it. I believe some of you are listening, or your handlers are listening. They should communicate to you that Biafrans said that everybody should. That day, no movement in Biafra land. Thank you, Mazumechuku. Come and bless you.
Bless you
too.
From
my location. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. How do you subvert the will of a people because you are a VC or because you're WAEC or whatever? These are schools that people go to without anything to show for it. They graduate without job. Caller. Okay. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. Ndewo.
Professor Mbanali, thank you for taking my call. You're speaking to a brother of Museum with the scavenger. I'm calling from Africa Sud, South Africa. I greet my leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience who set up this Radio Biafra, a citadel of knowledge and spirituality to educate us with Biafrans. And that is what you, Professor Mbanali, is doing. Let me sing for my leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. Nnamdi, Oyamuma, Nnamdi 118 Punozara Hewo, Oyamuma, Nnamdi, Oyamuma, Nnamdi 118 Punozara Hewo, Oyamuma, Nnamdi, Oyamuma, Nnamdi 118 Punozara Hewo, Oyamuma, Nnamdi, Oyamuma, Nnamdi 118 Punozara Hewo, Oyamuma. Biafrans all over the world, this song I sing it to our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as a prophet of our time. The reason why I sing this song is to remind you that what is happening in Zamfara now has been predicted already by our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He said that we will draw them down to the east. We will entice them thinking that when they come, they're going to wipe all the Biafrans. They will come, carry their women, their cows, and everything with the hope that they will subdue us. But at the end, the worst thing that will happen to them, they will not have a place to go back. That is what our leader have prophesied before even they go and kidnap and rendition him from Kenya to Nigeria. That is why I sing this song to you. You must remember what our leader, all his predictions are coming. All his prophecy is coming to be fulfilled. And we can see it, hear it, we can witness it in our eyes, in our time. Professor Mbanali, there are so many things that I have said about Nigeria, which shows you that Nigeria does not exist. David Mongrel, Richard Conrad, Very Mongrel, I don't know how you call his name. You are not educated more than David Cameron, who said that Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. I don't think even you have passed secondary school when this prophecy was prophesied that Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. Nigeria, these are your names. You are merely a geographical expression. This is by the person who's supposed to be your ancestors or your fathers. These are, partly to me, the deputy leader of Labour Party said that Nigeria court is not designed to serve Nigeria. How else do you want us to tell you? To tell you that you not belong to Nigeria. That Nigeria is not a place. And the Igbo elders, I'm sorry, I pity for you when you come and make comment. Professor Mbanali, please, you must, before you close, help us to spell the name of this man, this professor, who Yarema Shekema said that that an job from 2023. He said that Igbo politicians are just been incorporated into the mainstream of Nigeria politics from 1923. 2023, that is what Yarema Shekema said. So this was, they don't even understand what is politics. They don't even know. That is why I told you that they don't know what is reference. They don't even know identity. They are suffering from identity crisis. That is the Biafra people. When you think that they are educated, you don't know that their education are just profit, just to profit themselves. Once they send their children to school and buy a 504 wagon driving, they are okay. They don't care that their education is finished. We are talking about how many people who died, and you are talking about your education of exam for one day, and you don't have conscience that you are remembering people who have died who died for saving you because I that went to Biafra land before even your father or even you. It's time to set up this examination. Professor Mbanali, I'm going to stop here because your time is going. What you help us please to repeat his name, please, so that we will be calling his name when we are talking, please, please. Because if we are talking professor, there are so many professors there. We want to know his name exactly. Please, thank you for taking my call. Biafrans, I love you. IPOB members for my blood. Bye.
Okay, thank you very much. I will do that. This man does not even know that these people. Okay. Excuse me for that. Let me. Okay, yeah. This man did not know that if these fools, these people had successfully, if they had killed us, if they had wiped us away like they wanted to, there would not be any UNN to have convocation. There will not be. There will not be any UNN for any convocation. There will not even be students studying for WAEC if they had been successful in their endeavor in trying to wipe us away. I will call his name now. Let me quickly do this. Let me quickly do this so I can call his name. Okay. If these people had successfully wiped us away like they wanted to, how is it possible that we're going to be here talking about 30th May? Just one day. And that is what they are ganging up against what we are doing, against our holy ones. Okay, I just brought back a caller who called severally and I was unable to answer. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please introduce yourself and your opinion. Ndewo Mazi.
Mazi Sochima, Tutuama, Asemeke Kuro, bless you, guide you and your family. Thank you for your good work. My name is Ifeanyi Chukwu. I'm calling you from Italy. I am a native of Izem. Izem is a Abakaliki province. Mazi, I want to, because I don't know if our own people will be an obstacle to our freedom. I don't know the name of that person who called himself professor. Amam, you're not professor. Amam, even our own people that graduated from university, many of them, majority of them, even in our land, they have not even got a job. They are not a care driver. Then it's the day that they're supposed to respect, which I don't know if they are trying. The Nigerian government always try to push for them to know if there is something that will make us to stop to honor our own fallen heroes, people who died to make us to save our life today. Because the plan of Janjaweed and the British is to wipe all Biafra out, more especially in Igbo land. Then we have one useless idiot, Ano here. That day can it exam. Exam one contribute Nando. That day can push away. Maze. Because thank God say that day all Nigeria Air Force, Nigeria military bigger than me in force that they safe. Because remember every 30th of May, is Nigerian soldiers will come out and try to shoot people to target that is happy that killing people. So only so only push one way, ya would got you aja. Or Bono want to choco, a would away to aja that day. Mazi, all go like no. I told me going to know, but I'm an Ndibama here. Ndi but age no I go where boy just deny any shock or everything. Although that day, good for that professor I am with here. Okay, Urukia, a word on the Belquema, we are idiots. You go say, Mas, you got Mama. Oh, Thomas.
Let me see. Well, thank you very much. I was speaking in the background. I didn't know that it was coming out. Okay. Wow, I lost this caller. Let me see. Let me bring in another caller. The name of the professor is Professor Charles Okechukwu Esimone. Professor Charles Okechukwu Esimone. He's the Vice Chancellor of Nnamdi Azikiwe University. And he's working with people like Professor Joseph I. Ike. I'm just reading this, the invitation, the leaflet. Professor Joseph I. Ike Chebelo. And this one is the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration. And also the Chairman, Senate Ceremonies Committee. And we also have Reverend Samuel N. Ofo, MPA, AG Registrar. These are the people who signed this nonsense. I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead in 3 minutes, your opinion, and they will introduce yourself to.
Mazi, good morning. I'm calling from my location. Good morning, of your friends, and my humble salute to our able leader, Martin Andekano, the man who have reshaped our life by the grace of Chukwu Kabia. It's not an easy work. So I also thank everyone that is making efforts to see that we get to where we are going, because we are not backing down. This journey must be accomplished. So coming to the issue of our 30th of May is sacrosanct. And before now, we have what we call IPOB timetable. So before you do anything, beginning of IPOB, you go and check our own timetable. If it falls within your own schedule, then you drop it. So, and the level we are now, I don't know, people should be messing up. But if they choose to mess themselves up, then we will give them the Biafran's treatment. So that is what we'll give to that professor. Because why so many professors in other countries, they prove their professorship by developing their country, by bringing new ideas, new innovations, not book professors. All we have here is book professors, just like computer, garbage in and garbage out. Mazin Nandekani is not a professor, but they have done what even millions of professors in Nigeria have not done. So we are moving ahead. We are waiting for our 30th of May to observe it. Let them hold it and let us see who will attend it for them. So it's not a big deal. These people are not our problem. Our problem is Fulani men. Our problem is the freedom of our leader and the freedom of Biafra. That is it. So the things we are working ahead, we are on ground seeing what is happening. And I still maintain, every time I call, I still maintain, and I will still stand on that very particular ground. Anytime it have come, I is ready to give everything to make sure my people is free. Because that is my utmost thing I need to do. If we are not free, we are nobody. We are tired of all these foreign invasions. We are tired of all this rubbish. They are giving us treatment, killing our people. Down in Mediterranean Sea, in the wilderness, go to Holy Ghost and see how our children are hovering around, dying. Just because they broke Holy Ghost, they destroy things. 3 people or 4 men have died. This is not what we want. And I encourage all Biafrans around the whole globe. Stay fast. Let us focus. We are moving very fast to achieve something. Do anything you can do to make sure that Biafra comes. Because when it does come, we will all rejoice. We will forget our pains and face our joy. So thank you very much, all Biafrans and all those who are working hard to see that we achieve our goal. I salute ESN and our leader and all IPOB leadership. They won.
They will. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Of course, Biafra is our destination. Now I have the last caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead. Maze Ndode. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion.
Thank you, Maze Sochima, my brother and my able comrades. God bless you. And bless as many that are genuinely fighting and trying to, contribute their quota, both financially and otherwise, to ensure that the sovereignty of Biafra is restored. My loyalty still goes to the DOS and all the freedom fighters worldwide, and my prayer is the leader shall be released according to the divine utterances. My name remains Mazen Dede, JP Biafra. I happen to come from Olo provincia in the Biafra land, scavenging here in the United Kingdom. Mazen, thank God for your life, and I appreciate that you have taken my, because I just woke up here now and find out that something is fishing, and from what the people are contributing, I can find I just realized, I said, let me just choke my mouth, and upon what is happening in Enugu State, that place has been a very big place for us. They have been running helter-skelter, looking for where to perch. They have been running helter-skelter, looking for where to perch. This is the mantra of the Fulani and their colonial oligarchs. This is the mantra of the Fulanis. They must like to put to confusion. They must like to put to catastrophe in whatever we are doing in order to make sure that will not happen. We are talking about honoring those who died so that we shall live. It doesn't concern anybody. And when you are calling about the names, I'm trying to hear Alhaji, I'm trying to hear Yusufu, I'm trying to hear Alikali, or Gundele, or Ayodele. But these people, all of them are the Igbo people. Somebody who said that he is a learned guru, but he doesn't have a brain. This is to confirm what my mother was telling me. So now, person sees, our person sense. There's wisdom, there's knowledge. They acquire knowledge, but they have no wisdom. They don't know the issue at stake. They are trying to bring infringement. They are trying to bring problem to the east, to Igbo land. They want to make sure that they are in the good book of the Fulani and the Yoruba people. What we're telling these people that that convocation will never hold, even if they have already planned it before. Let them change their date. Let our people. I don't know how we're going to open their brain and put and also put injection. Use injection. Is it? We're going to use injection to put sense into them. These are people who are learned. They are not illiterates. They are not ordinary human beings. These are people who think that they are going on ties, but they are not behaving like human beings. So what I'm telling them is that though I know what the US can do, I know what ESN can do. Let them come and do that convocation that very day. The last speaker before me said that let them do the convocation. Let's see what is going to happen. Biafra land is being controlled by IPOB ECN. And that's why we are still living. That's why they have the alternative. That's why they have authenticity. They say they are going to school to teach people what they did not know. Only to go and copy and paste. And that's what they are doing. Mas, I don't want to take much of your time. I know your time have gone.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I will come back and do first whenever I finish my dissertation or whatever, and I will be contributing. I don't wake up early. That's the problem. May God bless you, and make us pray that are fighting, continuously fighting for this restoration agenda. And our project is genuine. It's divinely meant. God is going to grant us our freedom. No matter whatever, no matter what their conspiracies, that will not happen. May God bless us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And this is where we'll bring this program to an end. Unfortunately, I cannot answer all the calls. So many calls. I wish we do have enough time, but time it's something that it goes. It doesn't come back. So I will leave you with this. Remember that you do not have a billion years. You do not have time immemorial. Time is just now. This is what we have. Those that came in 1967 to 1970, they had their time and they used it judiciously. They protected our lives, and this is why we are here. This is why people in UNN can be able to talk about convocation. This is why people in writing WAEC can be able to say, oh, we are writing WAEC, because they fought and preserved your life. Therefore, honor them and use other days for whatever. You have a whole lot of days in a year. So we use it judiciously and work towards our restoration. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful, wonderful day. Omochineke. Ndewonu.
So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. My name is Martin Onobo. I said it. APC is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Ask me for the evidence.
What are the facts?
Good. I just gave you confession of Kawu Baraje. That's number one. Number two, Miyetti Allah made a public statement that if you want peace in your state, don't call any meeting. Provide land